you get dates. And I've had a lot of first dates in the last 12 months and before then, which is in its own way good. I had plenty of mistakes and failures. That's how we learn. I had some successes, hooray. But the important thing is there was a lot of first dates. And after a while, things sort of blur together. So, I don't think she's here. Put your hand up if you've gone out with me. That is a lie unless you were wearing a very convincing suit, and that's definitely a lie. Okay. So.
You just don't know. I was there.
Does last year's auction...
Remember that night you can't remember?
No. Exactly. I don't drink that much. I'm doing my patter for the Jerry Jewell lineup, and there's this chick there, and she's cute, like cute in exactly the kind of way I'm like, damn, right there. Because I am into nerd chicks, not in like a fetish way. I'm just like, yes, nerd chicks, something to talk about. Thank God. I don't have to be like, so you like fishing?
Met.
Literally a conversation I had last year. Brilliant woman. She was a doctor. She was pretty. Second date, we went to a restaurant. She told me about fishing, and I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, I would honestly rather be talking about weeb shit. So I like nerd chicks because it's a lot easier to just chill out and talk about shit, because the shit we want to talk about isn't fucking fishing. Like, if you like fishing, okay, fine, but that's not a thing we have in common, right? So nerd chicks I have a lot more in common with than non-nerd chicks. That's cool. If you're not a nerd chick, that's still cool. It's just less common stuff to talk about. So, I'm into nerd chicks. And this one chick is a cute nerd chick, and she's cute in the exact way I like cute. And so I'm not quite hitting on her, like, hey, what's up? And blah, blah, blah. And then she gets out of the line, da 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 da. And I see her again. I'm like, hey, cool. Now that I'm not doing staff stuff, you want to get a drink? And she's like, no, it's cool. And I'm like, cool, cool. And then about half an hour later, I'm like, motherfucker! I went out with her. And I felt really bad for about 10 seconds. Because I realized there was a couple of things she said in line when I was just chatting with her, right? There was this one line she said, I see you checking me out. And half an hour later, I'm like, wait a minute, that line, I've heard that line before. From this chick I was, She said that line on purpose to try to spark the memory of like, hey, we're not totally strangers. Do you not remember me, right? That was what she was trying to get across. And I sympathize with her situation because it must have felt really shitty to have this dude be like, hey, da 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 da, you're attractive, and I don't remember having asked you out before at all. I don't even remember you as a human being. And there's that implication of, all I see is a face, titties, and an ass I want to fuck. Because if I don't remember you, I didn't think of you as a person. You know, that sort of theme, right? Because women do have to deal with that a lot. And I felt bad about that because her name was familiar to me too. And I asked her, I was like, did I hit on you at the auction last year or something? Because there was a vague memory going on. But she was like, no, I wasn't here last year. I'm like, okay, well, you want to get coffee? No? Oh, no, that's fine. I take off. And I felt half an hour later, I was like, son of a bitch! I felt really bad about it. I'm like, oh, she must have felt dehumanized. And then after about 10 seconds, I'm like, I don't feel bad anymore. And here's why. Yes, that was a bad experience for her. And I'm sorry, and if I see her again, I'll be like, hey, I do remember you. I just didn't remember from where, because I had fucking over 100 first dates in the last 12 months. And there were months where I was like, date, rest day, date, rest day, date, rest day, weekend, recover, next week, date, rest day. And I wasn't churning and burning. I wasn't like, you want to fuck? No, next time. You want to fuck? Okay, next one. Like, hey, you want to go? No. I was like, okay, let's go out. Anything gonna happen? It's first date. I don't invest too much myself. I'm like, $5 for coffee. You know, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours of conversation. It's a first date. We're total strangers. I'm not going to be like, and then we're gonna get married. No, I'm not gonna invest myself. It's a first date. I don't expect it to go nowhere, but I don't feel bad about lining up 3 first dates in a week, because the odds of any one of them, like if any one of them turns into this like passionate love affair and call up the next chick, like the chick I have a date with 2 days later, I'm like, sorry to cancel, but there's this other chick I was dating and things are going really solid, so good luck with your search. Because I've had that happen to me, chicks have told that to me, and I'm like, yep, totally cool, fuck who you want to fuck, date who you want to date. But it blurs, right? Here's the thing. I was talking to someone in line, of which there were literally hundreds, and she happened to have been a first date in the past of, well, I don't know about hundreds, dozens for sure, right? Months ago, right? She had the option of saying, you don't remember, we went out. And I would have gone, oh, shit. Apparently we aren't still going out, so I guess that didn't go anywhere. If you want to try again, we can try coffee, and because I seriously did not remember that, I'm remembering it now. I didn't have any reason to not do a second or third date or whatever happened. It was a while back, we apparently didn't click. If you want to try again, we can try again. If not, no big deal. That would have been my response. But I didn't get that option because she didn't communicate clearly with fucking words! Because, and I don't blame anybody for this, because we've all been socially programmed by fucking Disney movies and romantic comedies and every fucking family blockbuster where they have to have dramatic tension between two people that hate each other until they come together in the third act. We're taught to be like, oh, our expectation is, oh, there's a subtle hint. Oh, he picks up on it because he's so passionate and in touch with his inner self and he has a perfect fucking memory of the last year. And then he responds like, yes, I remember you. Oh, why didn't you call me? Oh, my parents died and now I'm an orphan, but I'm wealthy as hell. Would you like to go with my Caribbean island? Yes, let us go! Like, that's the narrative we get told in our society. So I don't blame her necessarily for dropping a hint by repeating a phrase that I had heard once, months ago, in a haze of first dates. Like, that was the thing she decided to do, okay. But if she did that, she wanted me to remember her. It's not my fucking fault that her subtle fucking hint blew past me when she had the option to say, hey, we went out, you clearly don't remember me, and I don't remember what happened. She could have said something like, you ghosted me after our second date. You said you'd call, you didn't. I don't do that thing, but it's entirely possible that I said something like, you know, I'll see you around. And we didn't make concrete plans and things weren't clicking, so it just sort of petered out. I've had some women come up to me and say, like, sometime later, be like, hey, we went out and things never went anywhere and you never called me back. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry you hear that. There have been months where I was going through some heavy shit and I'm sorry I just lost, you know, like I was literally going to therapy, so things sort of fell by the wayside. I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm saying there would be an explanation, maybe we could reconnect. But if her response was, I'll drop a subtle hint, and then hypothetically she felt bad and dehumanized because I didn't fucking remember the thing she didn't actually say, I don't think I'm gonna take responsibility for how bad she may or may not feel after my not remembering her if she didn't fucking say anything. So TLDR, communication. Communication is not what you fucking see on television. Communication, and again, going back to the dating advice, ladies, have you ever dropped hints and wondered why a guy didn't catch them? Here's why. They weren't fucking hints! Here's a hint. Why, Sherlock, certainly I did see the man you're talking about. After dropping this glass vial of strange liquid, he took a carriage that way. That's a fucking hint. Playing with your hair, repeating a phrase you said once, months ago, to a guy you barely knew and hoping he'd remember, is not a hint, okay? It is what you can either call it, you know, poor planning. You can call it fucking bullshit. You can call it a shit test. I'm not going to say that she did that for shit test reasons, but ladies, if you do a thing and in your head, you're like, if he really loves me, he'll respond like this. He doesn't know you're thinking that. All he knows is that you said, "Are you checking me out?" And that's all he knows. Not that you want him to say, "Hell yeah," because your ass is fantastic. He doesn't know that. All he knows is you asked him if, "Are you checking me out?" His reaction might be, "Oh shit, no, I'm perfectly innocent and non-sexual," because the guy at the auction said to not be aggressive. Right? And then you're like, "Oh no, he wasn't checking me out. I'm all sad that he doesn't want to suck on my titties." Okay? Not that dude's fucking fault that he didn't say the script in your fucking head said he should say. Guys, similarly, if you're interested in a woman, and I have some attractive women friends that have had this problem happen to them, women are not going to pick up on hints that you're dropping because it's not their fucking job. Just like it's not your job to pick up on their hints. If you're in a relationship and you notice someone feeling bad and you try to approach them to make them feel better, that's different. But if you're just like, "Oh boy, there's my friend, I've decided I want to bone my friend, I'm just going to offer to give them a massage," okay? One, don't do that, it's fucking creepy. Two, she doesn't have the script inside your fucking head where she goes, "Yes, take me," okay? She knows that you, her trusted friend, have offered to cross a physical boundary in the context of friendship. And maybe she says no, maybe she says yes. If she says yes, it's in the context of friendship, not the script inside your head that says she'll fuck you then. So, gentlemen, don't fucking drop hints. If you like your friend, and you decide, you're like, "Yeah, but what if it would destroy our friendship?" Offering to give her a massage so that you get a boner is not going to improve that situation. Straight up, decide. Am I willing to blow up this friendship? Because it could be that you're like, "I don't know that I'm mature enough to handle her saying no. I don't think she's mature enough to hear my asking her. I think it would blow up the friendship. I don't want to risk that." Don't fucking ask. Take that feeling and kill it and bury it deep inside and pour whiskey on it.
The healthy.
That's a waste.
Okay, no, by drinking. You bury it inside you and then you drink the whiskey to pour it down on top. It's the mechanism by which... I'm not suggesting that alcohol solves all problems. There's many problems, but not all. If you think you're mature enough, hopefully from experience, and she's mature enough, you can go, "Hey look, I know we're friends, and there's no fucking way I want to lose that friendship. But I also think there might be something else going on. Certainly, I think you're super attractive, and I think we might make a good romantic match. Do you want to go out for coffee romantically?" But if not, I don't, like, just ignore it because I don't want to ruin the friendship. You're more valuable to me as a friend than a potential fuckhole. Depending on how you want to phrase that. And
Don't say it like
yes,
that.
and then your friendship may blow up eventually, or she may say no, and then things will go great. It doesn't. But decide and then ask or not. Don't fucking pussyfoot around and be like, "What kind of guy do you like?" Because the response is some fuckhead that opens up his mouth and asks her. That's who she's gonna date. Women don't date guys that hang around and offer to give them rides. That's not how you get dates. You get dates by going, "Look, you're cute and I want to go out. Do you want to go out? No? Okay." That's who women ask out. When dudes are like, "Fucking women don't like nice guys, they only like jerks," that is drawing a boundary between guys who ask women out and guys who don't ask women out. That's not the jerk nice guy boundary. That's the dumbass shithead that is able to make decisions as an adult boundary. Okay? If you like a girl, ask her out. If she says no, fuck off. Ladies, if you like a guy, again, I'm not saying that you need to throw away, all your dreams of, a prince sweeping you off your feet. But if you like a guy, don't depend on hints. Because I'm going to tell you one last story from Reddit about this issue.